Yo, what up, guys? Thank you for coming through. My name is D1, and I know it's been a while since I've recorded a YouTube video. Honestly, I felt like with my channel having so many fans of different things, it's been difficult to find that one thing to focus on. But I think one thing is for certain, games are a thing that all of us are interested in and will continue to be invested in for a very long time. And speaking about a long time, we have the 9th ever Game Awards that will be actually at the Peacock Theater in LA, December 7th. That's about a week and a day from now. A week and a day, right? Is today? What's today? For me, on the East Coast, I think it is currently Wednesday. Yeah, and it's about to be Tuesday very soon. In any event, the Game Awards will be streamed globally on all platforms, multiple platforms. We'll just say multiple, right? I think that's safer. And the tickets were available November 6th. Surprisingly enough, in about a week, the tickets were already gone, like extremely fast, faster than the previous year, which is actually interesting to note. For all of you guys who do remember some of the moments where Jeff Keighley, in the middle of a presentation, would get interrupted by people that want to get a point across with regard to, I don't know, some kind of political agenda, or maybe they just wanted to bring more awareness to something, or they were just trolling. At the end of the day, there's going to be increased security following the events of the Game Awards last year, following Gamescom's opening night live, and even Summer Games Fest, right? Like multiple events, there are always people that like to show up and interrupt. And this doesn't even only happen at the Game Awards. We've even seen it happen at like Street Fighter events. I've seen some events overseas where people just come up on stage and they will literally interrupt players like in the middle of the grand finals, which is like insane. Moving on. I think the last thing that I wanted to note before I got to the nominees and my vote, my personal votes for this year, are that Keighley surprisingly is going to stop saying world premiere. I thought it was rather interesting when he said world premiere, because I always assumed if he said world premiere that this was indeed the first time that something was seen, with regard to a game. But I'm guessing maybe there might have been a time where there was a world premiere when it wasn't a world premiere, or maybe he's sunsetting it for the sake of trying to make any and all content that is being displayed at the Game Awards feel equally as important. And maybe it might just be the latter, all right? Because whenever there's, all right, guys, world premiere, everybody stops what they're doing, whether you're watching at the Game Awards or from the comfort of your own home. And I guess since everybody has like mobile devices nowadays to watch things, maybe you might be out and about at work, somewhere on the streets. What I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, I mean, whenever you hear world premiere, you stop everything that you're doing because you're expecting something as epic as a person who is watching a Nintendo Direct expecting possibly a Smash or, big Nintendo IP that has been neglected for a long time. Star Fox. Anyway, I think it would be really awesome if that series did come back, or Golden Sun. Anyway, yeah, whenever we hear a world premiere, we turn our necks, we break our necks, in fact, just to see what's being spoken about. Anyway, with all that said, I'm excited for next week. I think it's going to be great. Some people tend to find shows like these to be like potentially marketing ploys. For me, as a person who's attended the Game Awards ever since 2015, I see these as an opportunity to just celebrate everything under the gaming umbrella. All things gaming. It's a celebration of gaming. I remember going to these events and meeting a lot of my heroes that I've seen growing up, such as Reggie Fils-Aimé, Bill Trinan, seeing the likes of the voice actor for the newer God of War, and knowing, and I didn't even know he was a brother. When I say a brother, for those who are not part of the Black community, that is a fellow tanned individual just like us. Or we'll just say Black person. Moving forward, yeah, going to the Game Awards, I've definitely seen lots of amazing people. I've even taken pictures with the likes of Hideo Kojima, which is up on my Instagram. Feel free to follow me at instagram.com/xd1x. Enough flexing from me. It's time for us to get to the nominees and start voting. So let's check this out. Already signed in. Wait, do we just go straight to the Game of the Year? Is that all I could vote on? Can I see all the other categories first? I felt like this is too soon. Please. Is this how you're going to do me right now, Game Awards? All right, fine. Sheesh. They didn't even wait. Can we view all categories? Yeah, let's just go to categories. Thank you. Thank you. That was a little too soon. Let's go to reverse. So let's go backwards, chat. We'll go backwards. Why so fast? All right. So number one, best esports event, right? All right, so there's the 2023 League of Legends World Championship, Blast.tv Paris Major 2023, EVO 2023, the International Dota 2 Championships, and the Valorant Championships 2023. Honestly, having a background in fighting games for many years, over a decade, I would probably pick the 2023 League. I'm just kidding. EVO just makes more sense to me, right? I've seen a lot of people say that this past EVO was a very special one for them, right? More so than any other EVO ever, right? We had COVID, and obviously there were just a lot of different things that have happened within EVO that has changed the way EVO is ran nowadays. And with all that said, a lot of people are happy to see EVO doing really well under new management and with an even stronger and more passionate community to this day. Fighting games were actually very well respected. I felt like everywhere I looked, whether it was LinkedIn or just even random journalists, right? Articles like after post-EVO, people were saying that it looked like a fighting game renaissance after EVO. And some people were saying that a lot of other esports communities seemed like they were, I guess, this is not what I'm saying, but I've seen a lot of chatter on social media where, aside from fighting games, a lot of people didn't look at all the other games as in an as favorable light as fighting games were. So I guess you could call this bias, but for me, I'm gonna go with EVO. Share your vote, or I could just click EVO and be good. Save card to share? No. EVO. I'm not go. Keep going. Next. Previous. So I'll go with EVO. Best esports coach. All right, so we'll look at everybody. Christine Potter-Chi, Donnie Zonic Sorensen. So Christine Potter-Chi is from Evil Geniuses. Oof. So I may not have any problem with Christine Potter-Chi, but a lot of people have a problem with Evil Geniuses. So I'm going to go to the next one. Danny Zonic Sorensen, Team Falcons Counter-Strike. I haven't watched Counter-Strike in a very long time. Unfortunate. Jordan Gunba Graham, Florida Mayhem Overwatch. Wait, I thought that game's gone. Isn't Overwatch gone? But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't respect the coaches, right? Even if the games might be kaput. Next, Remy XTQZZZ Quanoyam. You know, I apologize if I butchered your name. Team Vitality Counter-Strike. So they have 2 Counter-Strike coaches and one more. Yoon Om Sung Young, JD Gaming League of Legends. Darn, this is rough. I don't know any of these guys, but we're gonna have to pick one. So what are we gonna do? Overwatch is still a thing? I thought Overwatch was getting sunsetted, man. All right. If anything, let's see. Who did I hear of? I'm trying to think. If there was anybody that I've heard of with regard to coaching, I remembered hearing of Potter, but nobody else. I've heard a lot of good things of Potter. People like Zonic, but you passed. Oh wait, could we skip? Oh, so we could skip? But I'm sorry, I'm just gonna go Team Potter. See ya, next. All right, previous. Best esports team. All right, we know these guys. So Evil Geniuses, Valorant. All right, I already gave you guys 1 point, Evil Geniuses. I'm sorry. Fnatic, I never knew how to say these guys' name. Valorant. Gaming Gladiators, Dota. Gaming Gladiators was actually in Pokemon Unite as well. They had a Pokemon Unite team, sick. JD Gaming, League of Legends. Team Vitality, Counter-Strike. Crazy. So JD Gaming, I guess these are the JD Gaming League of Legends, Team Vitality, Counter-Strike, Gaming Gladiators, Dota 2. JD is always the GOAT because Faker still carries them. I mean, I love Faker, so we'll go with JD. Next, best esports athlete. All right, Lee Faker Sang-hyuk. I hope I said that right, Faker. If not, please. He's probably giving me that same look that he's giving me right now. That looks like a murderous look, by the way. Out of all the pictures, I think his picture, out of all the players up here, looks the sickest. It literally shows off Homeboy's, like, jawline, dude. He's like, you mess with me, I won't even have to use my hands. I could just use the edge of my jawline right here, and you're dead. You know what I'm saying? So, Faker. All right, next. Best esports game. For the game that has delivered the best esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, and content updates, irrespective of genre or platform. All right, let's look at all the games that are here under the umbrella of esports and what I would like. Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, PUBG Mobile, and Valorant. Funny enough, I was surprised to see PUBG Mobile here. I guess PUBG Mobile is still popular worldwide. Where? Like China and India, maybe? I do know that that's like a pretty, those are one of the most heavily populated lands or countries in the world. And maybe they, maybe these guys have they probably have like a really big following there. All right, so I'm gonna have to pick. If there was gonna be, out of any game that's on this list, if there was a game where you'd see me want to attend a viewing party for the finals or even the semifinals or even like group stage or whatever, and I'd even like care to ask like what are the storylines and whatnot, surprisingly enough, even though you guys never see me play this game on stream, I would have to go with League of Legends. League of Legends is literally the only esports game that I've never played, but still enjoyed watching tournaments for. I don't know what it is, but it's a very, for me, viewer-friendly game. I don't know how, but I guess there's like blue versus red, right? And I could tell when people are, for the most part, I don't know, doing an ult. But yeah, it's definitely League of Legends for me here. As much as I do like Valorant, I think Valorant's cool. I don't really watch Counter-Strike like that. I never watched Dota 2 in my, I've never watched an international. I felt like I had a friend who was watching Dota 2 and I watched along with them because they were invested, but I've never of my own volition watched. So League of Legends, next. Always gonna win, huh? Dang, this game is too powerful. Content Creator of the Year. For a streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact on the community in 2023. So there's Cypher PK, Spreen, Quackity, People Make Games, and Iron Mouse. I'm going to be real with you guys. I've heard of Quackity. I don't know the other three. But if there's anybody that I would pick, it would 100% be Iron Mouse here. She, in my opinion, deserves to get Content Creator of the Year. If anybody knows about Iron Mouse's story and everything that she goes through, for her to be so successful, you know, and to give hope to a lot of other gamers who might be going not through the same exact kind of lifestyle, but to know that, you know, there are people out there who, you know, in a world where sometimes if you're born with, you know, things that are rather unfortunate that can make it difficult for you to excel in certain areas, it can be like really daunting, right? To feel like you can like achieve anything, but to see that Iron Mouse, regardless of the challenges that life hands her way, is still able to be as successful as she is. She gets my vote, and I hope that, you know, with Iron Mouse's success, it inspires many more people who are inspired by her to want to be just as amazing as they are, especially with regard to content creation. If Iron Mouse can do it, you can do it too. Next, most anticipated game. Recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward. Woo! This is going to be crazy. So a game that basically pushed gaming forward. This is a most anticipated one though, right? So recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably illustrated potential. So basically what this means is, what is your most hyped game that's coming up next, right? And god dang it, chat, it's a little rough for me here. I never played a Like a Dragon or Yakuza game, so it won't get a vote for me. But one of these days I'll play it, and then I will totally share the hype that you guys share every time that it hits a Friday. Whenever it's a Friday, I know that people go nuts and they have a good time. Hades, I never played the first one. I will play it soon. Super Giant Games, I heard you guys are goated. Star Wars Outlaws looks really fun. I was talking about that game a lot when they kept showing off footage of it this year, but I'm not going to pick that game. And now I'm down between two games. One offering from the people at Square Enix, and you guys know me and Square Enix were like this, with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Tekken 8. It's rough. If I were to have to pick, as a person who is way more nowadays invested in single-player offerings and RPGs in general, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth would probably get my pick, but god dang it, Tekken 8 is so close, you know? So yeah, we're going with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for me. And, you know, Haruda, I know you're going to kick ours with this game. Next, Best Adaptation. Recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adopts a video game to another entertainment medium. Best Adaptation, huh? All right, so Castlevania Nocturne. These are basically works that were inspired from video games, guys. So here we have like Castlevania Nocturne, which I heard a lot of people told me to check it out. I didn't get a chance to check it out yet. So there's Castlevania Nocturne, Gran Turismo, The Last of Us I heard was really good, Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Twisted Metal. Dang. I'd probably be... I'm sorry, guys. I'm going with Mario Bros. Movie. You can hate me now. Peace. Best multiplayer. I heard Last of Us was fire, especially the first episode. It's probably the Nintendo boy in me, man. I'm gonna keep it moving. Next, for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. Let's look at the best multiplayer there is. There's Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. For me, I'm sorry, guys. I'm going with Street Fighter 6. I feel like Street Fighter 6 did such an impressive job over Street Fighter 5 and just a lot of other fighting games prior to it in general, right? Like we finally have rollback implemented, and they took like I just feel like they took a lot of things from previous games, right? Just having like a lobby where you see it populated with a bunch of players and giving us the old arcade feel in a world now where arcades are just closing left and right, even in Japan, you know? So even though there's sadly a very noticeable amount or lack of TMNT skins whenever you frequent these lobbies, it is awesome to be able to just go to the lobbies, see a bunch of players. Hopefully we get those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle skins to be in total the less of a brand new game, right? Like that's kind of ridiculous. But at the end of the day, I'm still picking Street Fighter 6. Just keeping it real. If I were to play Baldur's Gate 3, I'd play by myself. Diablo 4, I'm good. Party Animals, I have a lot of friends, even in the community, that love to play the game, but I'm good on that. And when it came to Super Mario Bros. Wonder, everybody kept saying, D1, why don't you play Super Mario Bros. Wonder multiplayer? And my reply to them was, Super Mario Bros. Wonder has a lot of secrets in it. And I don't want to see someone's ghost go somewhere and my eyes will track where someone goes and wonder, why did they jump into that pit? And I'm going to follow them. And all of a sudden, boom, I would realize, oh, wow, there was something there that was secret. Or I'll see someone jumping in place where there might be a hidden block. I wanted to go through the game extremely, spoiler-free. Didn't want to hear anything from anybody. Whereas with Street Fighter 6, Street Fighter 6, they've done it, dude. It's so good that we're now having, tournaments online for people to qualify for their big championship event later on later on. Let's move on, dude. We're rambling at this point. Best sports racing game. Best sports and racing. Okay, so EA Sports FC24. So they put sports and racing together for the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game. EA Sports FC24. So they didn't call it FIFA. It doesn't even have FIFA here. It's just EA Sports FC24. F123. Forza Motorsport. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharge. And the Crew Motorfest. Lamau. They should have called it the best racing/sports game, not the best sports/racing game, as we only have one sports game. Then again, I guess racing could be a sport. With all that said, ooh, yeah, I heard that FIFA wanted more money. Yeah, that was rough. So with that said, racing. If only they had like Burnout here, but it's been a minute since we've seen Burnout get any representation. All right. I guess I will have to go with if there was a Lego racing game, we'd pick it. I'm gonna have to just pick and move. The Crew Motorfest, Forza Motorsport, F123, EA Sports, FC24. You know what? For the simple fact that they decided to release a game without having an EA on it, man, I might have to just go with this game, dude. Screw you, FIFA. This is what you guys get for asking for all that money. Next, Best Sim Strategy. Ooh, here we go. These are my kind of games. So, best game focused on a real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay irrespective of platform. There's Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. This is a remake, basically. If you guys don't know, if it weren't for the Advance Wars series, I would have never been into Final Fantasy Tactics. I would have never been into Fire Emblem, period. Advance Wars was my gateway drug into the strategy RPG genre. And for that, I owe a lot to them, but they're not going to be getting my vote. Sorry, spoilers. City Skylines 2, I'm good. Company of Heroes 3, I'm good. Pikmin 4 might be good on it. Honestly, out of I'm just going to do Fire Emblem Engage. While Engage has a weak story, the gameplay is so good. And yeah, out of all the Fire Emblems I've ever played, that had like really, really sick gameplay. So I'm going to have to go with Engage. If only the art for Engage didn't make me a little tight, or, you know, if the story wasn't as cliche, but I'm going to go with Engage. I'll be the one guy that'll try to help push Engage to the top. I'm sorry, guys. Team Engage for me. I loved Engage. All right, moving on. Best family game. For the best games appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. Disney Illusion Island, Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, Mario Bros. Wonder. I heard a lot of people had fun playing with their family members on the couch with this game. So to hear that people still actually like grab controllers to all play Mario Brothers Wonder together, I thought we were in a world where everybody has their own iPad, laptop, computer, phone, and they don't want to play together with people. A lot of people this year told me that they were excited to get Mario Bros. Wonder to play with their cousin, brother, son, daughter, what have you. And I was like, what? All right, then. Well, this was a really good game. I guess we're going with Wonder. Best fighting game. For the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat, God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1, Nick All-Stars Brawl, wow, Pocket Bravery, and Street Fighter 6. Nick All-Stars Brawl 2 just came out, and it's already there on the list. Out of all the games here, I don't know what God of Rock is. I'm so sorry. But all the other 4 games, no way, I don't know what Pocket Bravery is either. Street Fighter 6. I'm just going to keep it real. Like, if Mortal Kombat 1 wins, I'll be so shocked. I'll just be like, you know what? Maybe Street Fighter's audience is just not as massive as Mortal Kombat. Best RPG. Ooh. Ooh, don't do this. This is too soon. Oh, man. All right. For the best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences, we have Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and Starfield. Now, I know what everybody else is going to pick. They will be picking Baldur's Gate 3. I didn't get to play Baldur's Gate 3. So unfortunately, I will not pick Baldur's Gate 3. I know Baldur's Gate 3 is probably the best RPG there, though. After hearing everything that everybody's saying, and when I do get my chance to play it, I'll probably agree. It's probably going to win regardless of what I choose here. So maybe I could just choose with my heart because I know I'm going to lose. I know my decision's going to not win anyway. So what's my personal pick for RPG? Would it be Lies of P? Would it be Sea of Stars? Would it be Starfield? Or Final Fantasy 16? Damn. I really like these two games a lot. And I know you're going to win. I don't even hate you. It's just I don't want to pick you. Baldur's Gate 3 is just OD. No, so Final Fantasy 16 and Lies of P are action RPGs. They're still RPGs, right? ARPG, right? With all that said, Square, I'm doing this for you. I know I'm not gonna win. Final Fantasy 16. I know we're not gonna win. We're gonna lose. Baldur's Gate's gonna take it. But I'll throw my Final Fantasy 16 ballot in there because I'm a Square Enix glazer. I don't care. Best action adventure. For the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. By the way, what I just did back there is why you should not let any of us have the power to vote. Did you see what happened there? What happened back there was bias. Not recognizing that something probably should get the vote, instead going with one's heart. Or maybe I'm just being honest. For the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving, Alan Wake 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Oh my God, they did. Sorry guys, that's the easiest pick for me. I'm not even gonna say it. Zelda, done. Next, best action game, Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. I played this game, and I love this game. I loved Armored Core 6. I beat it 3 times. Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush. I played this game and I loved it to bits as well. Oh my God, these 2 games are so good. I saw Ghost Runner footage and I think it's amazing. Remnant 2, I have it. I have yet to get to it. God, what would I pick? This is hard. This is actually hard. Because for me, I'm stuck between Armored Core and Hi-Fi Rush. If anything, maybe I'll go with Hi-Fi Rush because in comparison to many other action games, Hi-Fi Rush is an action game where I can't just mash willy-nilly and abuse broken tactics to win. It goes the next level and forces me to actually fight on beat, and I thought that was more challenging. I'm gonna go with Hi-Fi Rush here, even though it should be like a music game. See ya. Best VR AR, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Humanity, Resident Evil Village VR mode, and Synapse. Oof. I'm going Resident Evil. Capcom Glazer. Next. Even though the game's not that scary, but it's stressful. Best mobile game. Wait, what games do you guys have here? Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis? Nah. Hello Kitty Island Adventure? Nah. Honkai Star Rail? I'll be right back with you. Monster Hunter Now? Nah. Terra Nil? Nah. As you guys know, I'm a Hoyo Glazer. I play Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail every time I start my streams. Come on, man. If Honkai doesn't win, the Honkai fans will make sure to review bomb all of these other games. I'm kidding. Don't do that. That's terrible. That's probably Honkai's easiest win free. The best debut indie game. I don't know what to pick already, but let's be real. I'm going to be more objective, I think, moving forward. There's Cocoon, Dredge, Pizza Tower, Venba, and Viewfinder. Chat, it's Cocoon. Let's be real. If Cocoon doesn't win this, I'll be so surprised. You think Pizza Tower or Dredge? I think Cocoon, bro. Watch. I think Cocoon will take it. I think Cocoon, my brother. I'm surprised. Watch. Best. Did you play Cocoon? Did I play any of the games there? I researched all the games extensively, though. And I was like, out of all of these games, man, Team Cocoon, man, for me. Out of all of them. All right, see ya. Best independent game. Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Dredge, Sea of Stars, Viewfinder. Here's the thing. Dave the Diver, it shows Mint Rocket, but I know Nexon put some money in that B. And when I mean B, I don't mean the B word, I mean business. And for all of you guys that don't know, I stand on business. All day, every day. Team Cocoon. Next. The heck? Get Dave the Diver out of here with your Nexon money. Best community support. Ooh. Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 16, No Man's Sky. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates patches. Bruh, you know who's winning that one. All right. Best community support. I feel like you gave it to Cyberpunk here. Transparency, responsiveness. I guess if you look at it that way, because I heard that Baldur's Gate 3 was a game that was in... It wasn't like the game just dropped without people being able to play previous versions of the game, right? It was a game that went through numerous iterations until they finally released the gold version of the game. It's BG3 or Cyberpunk. BG3 keeps breaking with every update. Wait, whereas Cyberpunk, when it first came out, was busted, but then they answered all of our prayers and gave us the best version of the game ever, and now everyone's happy. I mean, No Man's Sky as well, right? No Man's Sky gets talked about so much to the point now where it's being compared to Starfield with regard to how we, depart and land on planets, depart from and land on. So best community support, I guess. You know what? Now that I put it into perspective with what you guys were saying, I think it makes perfect sense to extended community support, transparent responsiveness, social media activity. I know the Final Fantasy 14 community has been really happy, I feel like I'd go with FF14 when it comes to community support. These guys have been going crazy with their games. Like wasn't there like a big Final Fantasy event in Vegas as well? I don't know what it's called, Final Fantasy Fest or something. I don't know if that's enough to... All I know is that the Final Fantasy 14 community constantly stands the test of time. Expansion year or not. People have been upset with the lack of post-Endwalker content. For some reason, I still feel like Baldur's Gate's just going to win because it's present on that list. But maybe the transparency and responsiveness of Cyberpunk 2077 might win it. This is probably one of the biggest stories that broke this year. The community support for Cyberpunk, I think, speaks volumes. So we'll go with that. Best ongoing. Fuck. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Apex Legends, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Genshin Impact. Moving on. Games for Impact, for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Let's go. A Space for the Unbound. Chance of Senar. Goodbye Volcano High. Oh, that game was actually kind of cool. I wanted to try it out. It's Chia, Terranil, and Venba. All right. Chia, Terranil, Venba, Chance of Center, A Space for the Unbound, Goodbye Volcano High. Anyway, we're speaking about games for impact, for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message, right, chat? That's what we're here for. All right. All right. So, honestly, I'm stuck between Volcano High and Chia. I did like what I saw of Chia every time that I did see it. Games for impact. I'm gonna have to go with Chia. I did like what I saw of Chia, honestly, out of all the games. Innovation and accessibility. Thank goodness. Here we're back. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Diablo 4, Forza Motorsport, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, and Street Fighter 6. Honestly, I really liked what I saw when it came to accessibility for Hi-Fi Rush. I do know that with Spider-Man 2, they also probably did the same things that I experienced with regard to Miles. Street Fighter 6 is a game that can literally be played by people, whether they are blind, deaf, and so on and so forth. We've seen it, and it's insane how they continue to find ways to allow everybody and anybody to be able to play their games. We literally had a blind person who won a set at Evo. Yeah, that was crazy. So there's lots of games I feel like we could pick. For me, I mean, seeing like where at, I mean, I literally saw a person who doesn't have the ability to see beat people at Evo when I even saw his documentary. Sven is his name. That guy is crazy. And think about it, fighting games, bro. Fighting games are a game where when you're playing against people, whether it's like lack of hearing, seeing, or other things, people who are able-bodied complain about how hard fighting games are. So imagine people who may be lacking in certain areas are still able to kick ass. That's huge. Just saying. Street Fighter 6 gets my vote. Maybe it's the fighting game guy in me, but I'm going for Street Fighter. Best performance awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and or performance. Now, I know a lot of you guys probably think I don't know who any of these people are, and I'm probably just going to pick the person who has the same skin tone as me, but hold your horses and allow me to make my votes. So first off, guys, we have Ben Starr from Final Fantasy 16. We also have Cameron Monaghan from Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Idris Elba from Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, Melanie Laird, Alan Wake 2, Neil Newbern, Baldur's Gate 3, Yuri Lowenthal, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and daggone it, man. It's hard. But you know what? I'm going to be real, dude. They're all great. I love Yuri. I loved Ben Starr. I actually enjoyed Clive's performance, man. I loved Clive's performance. If you don't know who Ben Starr is, he was Clive. Did you enjoy Clive's performances or no? Because I did. And because I did, I'm picking Clive. See ya. So I'm sorry, Idris. I know we're brothers, man. Wakanda forever. You already know. But I gotta go. See ya. Best audio design. Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Ooh. Damn. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going Hi-Fi Rush. I'm not even thinking about it. RE4 is amazing. Marvel Spider-Man's amazing. Dead Space killed it with the immersion. And Alan Wake 2, I've watched plenty of preview trailers to know what it can do. And if yeah, I'm going Hi-Fi Rush. I'm sorry, man. I think Dead Space kills it. But for I played both of those games. And while I was fully immersed in Dead Space, I have to say I enjoyed how I really enjoyed Hi-Fi Rush. I'll just go with it, man. I know Dead Space probably, has higher quality audio, but I loved how the audio is also kind of like I guess, like, needed in order for me to even progress in said game, right? I don't know why it's in there. But yeah. Let's keep going. He said voting too early. He said voting too early. Nah, man, I've seen enough Spider-Man 2 footage to know it's fire, but I don't know if it could be Dead Space or Hi-Fi. Best score in music. Fuck. Chat, you know what I'm picking. I don't think you guys know what I'm gonna pick. But let's take it step by step. Best score in music. For outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and our license contract. Alan Wake 2, composer Petri Alanko. Baldur's Gate 3, composer Borislav Slavov. Final Fantasy 16, composer Masayoshi Soken. Hi-Fi Rush, audio director Suichi Kobori. The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, composed by Nintendo Sound Team. I'm sorry, guys. You guys probably thought I was going to pick Tears. But nah, that OST was fucking amazing. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, man. That was easy? All right, it was easy. Best art direction. For outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Best art direction. I'm sorry, you guys won't like me here. Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. As far as I'm concerned, there's one game that I'm only going to pick that's close to my heart, man. There's only one game I'm picking, man. I'm sorry. And I know you guys are going to say it has the same art as Breath of the Wild, but I'm out of here. He said unsub. He said it looks the same, and it looked even better than it was the last time. That's right. All right. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in the game. Whoa. Relax. It looks like we have a chat war happening. It's art, and art is subjective. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like Zelda's art still, even after... I mean, let's talk about Resident Evil 4, huh? It's the same. It's the same, but it's here. That's what I thought. Moving forward, best narrative. For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in the game. Oof. I know what I have to pick here. And if I don't pick it, I'm probably... Wait, there's no way. Wait, there are... You know this is going to win. You know this is going to win. Even no matter what, this is winning best narrative. No matter what we say. It's Baldur's Gate. If we try to fight against the curve, it doesn't even matter. It will win that. Its storytelling has been put on the highest of pedestals. All right, let's keep moving. Best game direction. All right, cool. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. I actually really like what Alan Wake 2 did, to be honest. I was really amazed with what Alan Wake 2 did. I didn't even play the game, but there's some shit that Alan Wake 2 did that got me fucking hyped. Mario Bros. Wonder is cool, but let's be real, right? It's a platformer where if you do touch the flower, the whole gameplay, you know, the game does change in a drastic way, and I think that's really creative. I think it's awesome. I feel like, honestly, like, all these games are really great. Where, fuck. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard for me to pick. Because, honestly, for me, I really love the like, let's be real. While we were talking about the art of Zelda looking the same as the previous ones, and me still appreciating what was presented, and of course, me probably getting tar and feathered by all of you guys for my decision making, I did like how Tears of the Kingdom inspired a lot of creative people who probably play games like Minecraft, were able to just like beat the game in their own creative way, right? There are many different ways for people to build and showcase ways that they were able to advance in the game. And I like that. I thought it was really awesome. As a person who initially hated building in the game, I played the game and I saw building and I was turned off. And I was like, screw this. But the more I played, I was like, wait, this is insane. And the physics engine was even better than ever. I'm going to have to go with Tears. I know I'm going to get hated on, but you know what? I'm going with Tears, man. Especially because we already know what other game, what game is probably going to win this if it ain't Tears. And I ain't going to say the name. Wait, we're already at Game of the Year? I'm going to be one of those that will fight against the curve because I know I'm probably going to lose anyway. The best game of the year, it's tied neck and neck between only 2 games here. All the other ones are basically clawing at the ankles of these games, and they're amazing at what they're doing. My heart says Tears of the Kingdom. My brain says, you know, Baldur's Gate 3 is probably going to win it anyway. But still, vote with your heart. You know what you love. And I know what I love too, man. Alan Wake 2 was a 16-year-old sequel, though. What does that mean? I'm picking Zelda. And I know that wasn't exciting for you guys. But I at least did give Baldur's Gate 3 a fair vote at least once. I'm surprised. Going through all those categories, I expected to see way more Baldur's Gate 3. In any event, let's go. I will go with Tears. It is tied neck and neck with Baldur's. I think Baldur's will probably still take it. Because a lot of people, after they played Baldur's and after they played Tears, in hindsight, they said Tears, while was a good time, how much of everything was truly novel, you know, after the fact that you finished the game? And are you really excited for another Zelda to be set in the same area, to collect all the Koroks? Do you want to have to keep crafting so many different things, you know, craft to level up your armor, craft, you know, collect mats to do this, that, and the third? And I'll be honest, I don't want to do that. One day, when I realized that there was a way for me to duplicate items, I was like, I'm sorry, but instead of being a purist, I'm about to duplicate all these mats and fast track the leveling up of all my, you know, all my materials in order to level up my armor, or even have, like, what's the word? I didn't even, you know, when the game got patched, I didn't even patch it. People saw me constantly duplicating, and they're like, hey, so are you a dirty duper, or are you playing the game the way it was intended? I'm playing the game the way it was intended before the patch. What does that mean? Before the patch, that's all. So yes, there's no need for me to fight against the current, because the 2 currents that really matter most are Tears of the Kingdom and BG3. But Spider-Man, Alan Wake, and Marvel's Wonder, along with Resident Evil Set 4, I think are crisp choices. I know I'm probably going to be disappointed when I look at what's going to happen. I'm probably going to see Baldur's Gate sweep. But if it doesn't, I'll be shocked. And goddamn, like, if Baldur's Gate does not win Game of the Year, I'm going to have to figure out a challenge that I'm going to have to do if Tears actually wins. Like, because I know BG3, it's in the bag. But if, I don't know, man. Like, if Zelda wins, I'll figure it out. Spider-Man might not even win an award, which is wild because this year is so stacked. It's such a stacked year for gaming. An incredibly stacked year. Now, while I know all of you guys probably are roasting me in the comments and not agreeing with my choices, I mean, you already saw Twitch chat. I think I got called a failure multiple times. We're probably going to have to disable that channel point redeem. Okay, because, you know, I don't think that's nice. In any event, I think this was fun. I didn't want to showcase my votes on stream because I know people wouldn't be happy with it, because you guys don't understand, but I'm just a big fan of Zelda. And I also feel like, in my heart, Zelda really touched me this year. And it's rather unfortunate that I would only be swayed by Baldur's if I don't know. I don't know if it's like there's something about me that just wants to fight against the Baldur's current. It looks like they're cutting my mic chat. So, you know what? I'm just going to tell you guys at the end of the day to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for hanging out. You know what? You probably might not like or comment or even subscribe after seeing my votes. And that's okay. Just getting your view means a lot to me at the end of the day. So thank you guys for hanging out. It's been good, and yeah, until next time, have a good one.